Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're going to go ahead and take a quick look here at Worldcoin. This is a request from one of my community members here. Bro, thanks bro. Appreciate you requesting that I cover this. I do got a couple of others to get to as well, so don't worry, we'll go ahead and cover KNC here soon and whichever other ones get requested. But we just wanted to cover this here, of course, because I got a lot of requests on my YouTube as well. Kind of, what is going on here with this coin? It seems to be making a sweet, sweet recovery. So we're going to talk about that and much more. If you're new to the channel, I love teaching people to trade. Really hope you can learn something here today. If you want to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech is a site. Link down below. We do have trading signals, community group, and of course, some private trading videos as well, my university, if you want to check that out. Quick congratulations to my premium members, of course. Take a look here. We got Frontier. We took a short yesterday. Good 40% in 56 minutes. And that was at 5x leverage. So awesome trade there. Congrats again to my members. We also took a Phoenix trade here roughly a day ago, and we got 20% there. Once again, I use low leverage, low position sizing. My trade signals look kind of something like this, where we got multiple entries and multiple targets. But again, low leverage, low position size is the best way to survive these kind of ebbs and flows. Me personally, we're highly profitable because of that. So be sure to check that out if you haven't already. But again, congrats to my members there, and thank you for the wonderful feedback. So with Worldcoin, what we want to talk about here is a few things. So we're going to see about the moving averages and kind of see where we're at. We are above both of those because, again, we don't have the 200-day SMA yet. This coin hasn't been traded for that long. But in a short amount of time, we can see the 50-day SMA. We're roughly about, 60 days into this trading. We can see that we are averaging out right above $1.40. So 140 is potential support level there. Based on volume, we can see that also reaffirmed there too. So the SMAs and the volume are colliding, so to speak, for a positive, position. In other words, if the price pulls back to that level, heaven forbid, 20% reduction from now, we can expect that range of 140 to potentially hold its place. Okay, so that is kind of what we're looking at there. We don't have any crazy patterns here yet. We're going to look at that next. To clarify too, we're also bullish here as well. We've broken bullish. And this happened roughly, about 10 days ago, honestly, because we've been up over 50 on the RSI steadily. You can see the price jumped up, came back down to retest that support and continue higher. I'm a firm believer in looking at money flow index and the RSI. And we can see here the money flow index is extremely high. Okay, so that does tell us that even though we're not overextended, we have tons of volume coming into this coin. That's an extremely good sign. We're also retesting this support level here with this moving average. That's a great thing as well. So in truth, this is looking very good for this coin. We've got a nice, strong ascending trend. The daily looks very strong. So with the 4 hour, this is where things get kind of interesting too, because I'm not sure if you're familiar with rising wedges or falling wedges, so to speak, but they're inversely paired. In other words, falling wedge sounds bad, but it's actually a good thing. It's a bullish sign where the price action essentially hits two bottoms in a descending trend. Concurrent with a descending trend level above that, which basically just gives us that bounce, right? So we had this double bottom and falling wedge. That would have been a perfect time to get in. I know hindsight's 2020, but now that we're here, we can see this rising wedge pattern, which some folks mistake as a bullish pattern, is actually a bearish pattern. We've got that concurrent with a potential double top. Okay, so we got to double check here and kind of confirm that we may have a double top. Obviously, this is a little bit higher. It broke through that level. But depending on how we close out today, we could very well see a reversal from here. Taking a look at the 4 hour, we are testing 70 on the RSI as well. It's a common rejection level. But with the money flow index being high, it does concern me there, whereas taking a short position might be disadvantageous. Okay, taking a look at the RSI and stochastic, combined, they both look very bullish. Again, we're overextended on the RSI, but you can easily break through 70 on the RSI. We can also confirm here that we are obviously converging too, so those are mostly positive. So if you combine all this stuff together here, being above all moving averages, testing 70 on the RSI, we're looking very bullish here. The only thing you got to recognize too is we are hitting a 9 TD sequential, so a short opportunity might be appropriate as long as you keep it close, play it tight. I think that'd probably be the best way to go, because again, this is somewhat of a double top and rising wedge. So to me, it does feel like it will pull back, and it's overextended going into this time frame here. So we're at 36 hours of bullish momentum in this uptrend here. Okay, so that really tells us a lot about the fact that we are due for a correction, albeit it probably won't be a massive correction. Okay, it'll probably be something along the lines of retracing to this halfway point. So what I'm talking about here is if we take Fibonacci retracement levels, we pull this up here. Let me go ahead and remove these so you can see it. The 0.5 level on Fibonacci is a very common retracement area. So my speculation is we're going to see 0.5 to 0.382 as a potential retest. Yeah, so let's take a quick look at liquidity as well. We got some liquidity levels that have already been filled. That does lead me to believe we might see a pullback as well. And the fair value gap was also confirmed. So not saying we're necessarily going to see this guy down here, but I do think somewhere in the 0.5 to 0.32 makes a lot more sense. Again, it could take off and go up from here. There's a good chance of that. Just keep in mind, this coin, it's fairly volatile, right? So it's got a lot of volume coming into it. So shorting into this coin is somewhat risky, okay? Just again, if you're going to short, tight targets and make sure, I would say, lower position size if possible. Again, that's just kind of my way that I like to trade. Again, it doesn't work for everybody. Some folks take my 5x trades and do a 10, 20x and they're just fine. But there are occasions where you need to have that swing, that low leverage swing where you don't have that liquidity level or crashing the liquidation level so close, and it's important to kind of be careful. So anyways, we've confirmed that we're overextended on the 4 hour. We have a couple of extremely important patterns of a rising wedge and a potential double top. Those are all things that are due for corrections in most cases. Take a look at the hourly. Let's go ahead and see here. We are not overextended yet. We have potential of about, I would say we got another 5 or 6 hours of potential bullish continuation, but you got to recognize we just hit a 7 here and got a slight reset. So in truth, we're kind of are about a 9 right now. And anytime we see a 9 in this coin, it does have a tendency of pulling back and recovering quickly when it hits those numbers. So what does this mean here for us? Well, the hourly is looking like it's due for a correction here soon, but you got to recognize we're above the cloud. Conversion line's above the baseline, and lagging span is free and clear of price action. So taking a trade at this immediate moment may be disadvantageous, but to me, looking at the larger time frames, being more of a swing trader, I think there's more likelihood of the price, again, pulling back, performing something along these lines here as a potential reality, okay? Is it going to drop like a rock from here? Probably not. It has a lot of momentum, a lot of money flowing in, so shorting this coin, once again, is fairly risky. But if you were to short, again, some tight targets along the way here, just before the price were to potentially bounce off this next key level Fibonacci retracement, I think you'd be in good shape. So again, that's just me kind of looking at that here. Elliott wave does kind of imply, it's not the prettiest, but it does kind of tell us here that we are due for a potential pullback to some of these lower fib levels. So I'm going to put my money slightly more on the price pulling back in the immediate future, but also more likely macro, larger time frame. I think we are due for a continuation upwards once it's consolidated down. So if you're not familiar with my Twitter or Telegram or Discord, jump on over there. I send out playout charts like this all the time to kind of help bring up to speed what I learned in my videos here. So I'll have one of these up here for Worldcoin as well. Be sure to follow that and enable notifications just so you can kind of be abreast on that. If you prefer Telegram or Discord, that's there as well. We've got, again, our playout chart section here. And in addition, we've also got a lot of good educational content here too. So be sure to jump on over to our Discord if you haven't already. But a lot of good resources there. So anyways, long story short here, I think macro, we are looking at continuation of the upside. It definitely looks very strong with the money flowing in. But I also feel like we should just see a smaller, at the very least, a smaller correction to the downside here, just based on how far into this continuation we are. We've hit 9 days plus 2 on the daily. We've also have that double top and the rising wedge pattern on the 4 hour. Those are all signs that I like to see for a potential short. So just be mindful of that. Either way, I hope that makes sense for you. And just again, play it tight if you're going to, because this coin can take off. Adjust what we do too, and I get this question a lot. How do you stay profitable? Well, the key takeaway is to make sure that you set a target, take majority of your profits in that first target, somewhere in the range of 60 to 70 to maybe 80%. Adjust your stop loss to break even. That way, if it pulls back, you're still walking away from the trade and in the green. Okay? That's a strategy we use and apply in our community, and it works very well. So again, those are just little ways to stay successful. Some folks like to let it ride and get lucky sometimes, but luck isn't always on our side when it comes to crypto. You got to kind of play your cards right. I hope that makes sense. Thanks again for watching me. Comment below if you have any questions, concerns, thoughts on this coin. Love to hear it, and we'll be looking forward to seeing the next one. Take care. Thanks again for the request. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.